All right, you're good to go.
Morning, everybody. It's 10:01 a.m. on April 21st, 2026. This is a regular meeting of the Kentucky State Board of Elections. I'm Michael Adams, the Secretary of State and Chair of the Board. I'll call this to order, and I'll start with our member here in the room present.
Deanna Brangers, member, Jefferson County.
And now I'll go through the members attending virtually in the order that I see you. Member Owens.
Paul Owens, member, Kenton County.
Member Perry.
Sue Carol Perry, member, Shelby County.
Member Griggs.
Julie Griggs, member, McCracken County.
Member Sears.
Dwight Sears, member, Pulaski County.
Member Skolnick.
Corey Skolnick, member, Jefferson County.
Member Brown.
John Brown, member, Jefferson County.
Member Ferris.
Eric Ferris, member, Jefferson County.
We've got a full house. Thanks, everybody. We'll get started here. First, we have review of our draft minutes from our last meeting on March 17th. Does anyone have any changes to that draft? Looks good to me. We have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Moved. We have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Ayes have it. Next, we have review and approval of our executive director's time. Did everybody receive that? Rachel sent it out, I think, a day or two ago. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Ayes have it. Next, we have Taylor with a draft administrative regulation.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Morning, everybody. This is a new administrative regulation. You all have gotten a copy of it to review. It would be an emergency and an ordinary. They're exactly the same. Just the emergency has an E after the number as opposed to the ordinary. And the purpose of it is to strengthen the protections of the Safe at Home participants, the program for survivors of domestic violence. So, like I say, y'all had a chance to review it. The governor's office has had a chance to review it. LRC's had a chance to review it. Everybody's good to go. As soon as we can get the okay here, the governor's ready to sign it, and LRC is ready to accept it. I'd ask for a motion on the reg.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Do we have any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Ayes have it. Next, we need to, is it approve or ratify or both?
Ratify the Callaway.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we have a ratification and approval. So we have a replacement on the Callaway County Board of Elections, a Democratic member. Karen, can you walk us through that real quick?
The Democrat member resigned, and we did receive all the documentation from the local party and verified all the names on the list of 5, and recommended for ratification is Billy Paul Irwin for Callaway County's Democrat replacement. You want to go ahead and mention?
Yeah, let's do them all together.
Or Carroll. Second is Carroll County. Their Republican member will be out of the country May 20th through 27th, and we need to approve a temporary replacement for that week that he will be out. And we did also receive from the party the appropriate documentation, and the recommended person for a temporary replacement is Joseph Gilbert. I'll turn it back over to you, Mr. Secretary.
So can we have a motion to approve Mr. Irwin and ratify Mr. Gilbert?
So moved.
So moved.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Ayes have it. Next, we have Rachel Pointer with our financial report. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, good morning. So we did not have many anomalies. We didn't have any anomalies in our regular operating expenses. It was pretty low this month, but I will comment that we should note that this month thereafter, the telecommunications, those expenses will increase because we'll start activating MiFi's and Cradle Points for the primary election. So those numbers are going to go up considerably with all of the counties. The other expense that I wanted to note on was on the HAVA election security. There was a renewal for Carasoft Technologies. That was our Akamai renewal, but it is higher than normal. And the reason for that is that we added some extra protection as far as bots and for ABR and OVR. And so that was a little bit more expensive. So that will be higher than the renewal had been in the past. Other than that, all the expenses were pretty standard. That's what we were looking for. And we're nearing at the end of the year, which is always a fun time around the finance department. We did turn in our federal grant reports for the end of last year. However, they did find an error in our report with the actual submission of the report on the EAC side. So they have kicked those reports back while they correct that. And then as soon as that is corrected on the production side, Karen and I will go ahead and resubmit. But all other reports have been turned in and are ready to go. So if anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Any questions for Rachel?
Rachel, at the last meeting, you were going to see a webinar on what they had changed with the HAVA money.
Yes.
Was there any big changes
No.
or anything?
No, there are no additional restrictions for that money. It is the same since they introduced the HAVA grant in election security in 2018. So yeah. Nothing has changed.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, anybody else? Do we have a motion to approve the report?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you.
Next, we have Karen Sellers.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. My report is pretty brief. The legislature is now sine die. There was one House Bill 139 that had a couple of committee substitutes on it. This will become law in phases. We have the emergency clause on the continuous election bill that started in the House. We have already administered anything that SBE needs to do in order to be prepared for the May election. Plus, we did some training at the clerks meeting last Wednesday to make sure they understand some of the changes that we had to make to our system in order to follow the law. The other portion of that bill will not be implemented until January 1st of 28. So that gives a little bit of time for us to get everything in place. The main thing is May 19th is just 28 days away. And upcoming dates, yesterday we closed the books for registration. That was yesterday, last day to register to vote for the primary. Those registration books are now closed through Monday, May 25th. Tuesday, May 5th, the online ballot request portal will close at 11:59 that night or midnight. Tuesday, May 5th through Tuesday, May 19th is when the clerks can begin to process ballots 2 weeks before the primary. We have 6-day excused voting starting May 6th, 7th, and 8th, and then May 11th, 12th, and 13th. Most of those are in the clerk's office. Most of that voting will take place in the clerk's offices. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the 14th, 15th, and 16th is our no excuse early voting days, absentee. And May 19th, of course, is primary election day, and the polling locations are all on our website. You can either go to elect.ky.gov or the govote.ky.gov and find all the polling locations for all 120 counties. And that concludes my review. If anyone has any questions.
Any questions or comments for Karen? Okay, thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Next, we've got Danetta Allen with us from the County Clerks Association. Welcome, Danetta.
Good morning. I'll just say I can assure you that all my colleagues are in full mode of elections and getting ready for May 19th, and most of us are ready to see May 20th.
All right. Any questions or any comments for Danetta?
I remember those days, being ready for the day after.
I'm
You
sure
don't
you
miss them,
do.
do you? Okay. Thank you, Danetta.
Thanks.
So
Jeanette.
we need to have a closed session to discuss any litigation. Before we do that, is there any other business that we have today that we need to vote on or otherwise deal with? I don't think so. So we need to go into closed session, and then when we come back, all we'll have left to do is just to confirm our next meeting and then to adjourn. So with that, can I get a motion to go into closed session to discuss pending litigation?
So moved.
Moved, is it
Second.
seconded? Moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, thanks, everybody. See you in just a second.